Hey everyone, this is video 4 of our fat loss challenge. I hope all of y'all have been seeing the last 3 videos, and if you have any questions are discussing it on our group. This one is going to be the most important of all the videos that we've done so far. It's about metabolism and all the mistakes that most people make when they're dieting and how they put on fat. So please pay attention to everything. Please watch this video and please ask any questions if you have. So without delving into too much jargon, because this needs to be quick and fast, and I want everyone just to understand the basics and what we're doing with regards to fat loss. So what is metabolism? Let's just say that you put in 2500 calories of food or energy a day into your body. Your body is also going to be burning around 2500 calories a day and producing or utilizing that much energy. So this is a very rough definition of what metabolism is. Your body is also utilizing that energy for you to move, for you to repair, for you to digest food, for you to lift or do any sort of exercise. So all that is considered metabolism. Okay, so let's look at 3 different types of scenarios with the effects of calories on metabolism. The first one is going to be about increasing calories. In our example, our athlete is having 2000 calories a day and we're going to start increasing his calories. The effects on him are going to be increased mood, increased energy output, increased strength. His hormones are going to be well balanced. In all, he's going to feel extremely good because he's been utilizing all these calories efficiently. If we increase his calories further to 2500 calories, at least with respect to this athlete and this example, we may see an increase in mood, maybe because the 2000 calories before this was a little low for him. We can see an increased energy output, increased strength, his hormones are well balanced, he feels even better. So on and so forth. If we keep increasing his calories, let's say in this example now, we increase it to 3000 calories. At some point, his mood is going to stop changing. His mood is probably going to remain the same. His energy output is also going to stop. At that point, it's not going to keep increasing. His strength also is not going to keep increasing. It sort of remains the same. His hormones are still remain well balanced. He still feels great, but he's not feeling better than he was at 2500 calories. So his output, his metabolism has stopped at around 2500 calories. Now the excess 500 calories which he's been consuming is going to be converted into fat, and that's how people become fat. So let's move on to our second scenario. That's now we're going to be starting to decrease the calories for this athlete. Now in this example, we saw our athlete at 2500 calories. At that starting point, his mood was good, his energy output good, strength was great, hormones were all balanced, and his output was around 2500 calories. So let's just reduce his calories to around 2000 calories. Now for some time at a lower calorie input, our athlete is going to feel okay. He's not going to feel too bad because it's very close. His mood is going to be okay, output, strength, everything's still going to remain approximately the same. But if we continue down this path and we reduce his calories to 2000 for a long period of time, the following is going to happen. His metabolism is going to slow down. His effects on his body are going to be bad mood. He's not going to feel positive anymore. His energy output is going to decrease. There's going to be a dip in strength. His body will also start metabolizing his muscles for energy. His hormones are going to be unbalanced. He's going to feel sick all the time, and his output, the amount of calories he's been burning per day, is going to reduce down to 2000 calories to meet the same kind of input, which is 2000 calories a day, which he's been eating. So the body has to reach that status quo. So the problem we've seen is that if you're exactly at the right amount of calories, you feel great. 2500 calories in this example, our athlete was having, he was feeling awesome. If he went above it, then he would start putting on weight. If he goes below it, for some time he starts losing weight, but if he keeps it down for too long, he's going to start also reducing his metabolism, which we do not want to happen. So what is the solution? Yep, so it's fasting and it's feasting. So the secret has been in front of our eyes the whole time. It's been there in our religion, it's been there in our mythology, it's there in our customs. We just seem to have forgotten it and we don't do it anymore. The point here is that if you want to do fat loss as efficiently as possible, then we are going to have to incorporate this into our regimen. Okay, so why this works? The body gets confused. go short periods of time without food, and then you get back to eating. So what happens is the body is confused about, it doesn't have enough time to reduce its metabolism. So by doing this again and again, we can definitely reduce the amount of calories we are eating, and it gives us sustainable and great fat loss without any of the issues of fat loss. So let's take a look at a graph where on one axis we have the days of the week, on the other we have the number of hours. Now hopefully you all can understand this. B is going to be breakfast at 9 a.m. Our athlete is having lunch at 1 p.m. and dinner at 9 p.m. and this is his regular day through the week and his meal consumption pattern. So to begin with your fasting, identify 3 different days. In this example, I think Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday should be good enough for our athlete. And the next thing we're going to be doing is dropping breakfast from these 3 days. So as you can see in this example, the arrows that which we have drawn from 9 p.m. the previous day to lunch the next day is when your body is totally empty of all food, and this will be considered your fasting time. So from 9 p.m. to 1 p.m. the next day on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays, that will be considered a 16-hour fast done thrice a week. Doing something like this in the beginning, it should be relatively easy, and you can take a couple of weeks or 3 weeks also to ease into it. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to do a 16-hour fast 3 times a week. You can even start off with 15 hours and slowly work up to 16 hours. And while that becomes easier, then you can slowly start pushing lunch a little higher till lunch almost reaches dinner, maybe twice a week. You don't even have to do it 3 times a week. At this point, you've now reached doing 2 24 hours fasting twice a week. Once you reach here, you can just drop dinner on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and you can just go straight into a 36-hour fast twice a week. Now, doing 36 hours twice a week fasting can be a lot for a lot of people. This can just be like a goal. Wherever you reach in this endeavor of fasting twice a week is good enough for you. Even doing 16, 18, 20, maybe even 24 hours once a week could be great. Please do remember that doing too much of fasting is not good for you, because once the body gets used to it, you have fallen out of the secret, which is confusing the body and making sure that the body is not getting used to the calorie deficit. So do too much of fasting, that was also going to work against you. So doing something like this maybe once or twice a week should work great. Next, the only thing that you can have when during a fast is water, green tea, black coffee, salts like magnesium or just normal table salt. Mix it in water and just have it. It is just in case you start having slight headaches, it'll make you feel a lot better. Number 3 is do as much as you want or as much as you can. It doesn't matter. Some days you'll just not feel like fasting. Just don't fast on those days. Yeah, so you don't have to be totally pedantic about it and say I will only do 20 hours fast because I've decided to do a 20-hour fast. If at the 15 or 16th hour you feel crappy and you don't want to do it, just stop. You can do this at any point of time. It should be fun doing this. You should be feeling energetic while doing this. You will have great mental clarity, etc. So don't push yourself beyond a certain point. Wow, so here we are at the end. These are all the tips and tricks, and I'm sure that if you have done everything from the start, that you have done the measurements, you got your book, you started eating slightly cleaner, no sugar, no alcohol, or at least you're going to try and reduce them. You're going to be trying to track your calories. You're also going to do a little bit of incorporate a little bit of fasting, and you're also been doing high intensity workouts and resistance training to make sure that your muscle remains intact and that you keep building strength. If you do all the stuff that we have spoken about these last 4 videos, I can guarantee that you will be losing weight and feeling a lot better, and definitely not just weight, you're going to be losing fat. So great guys, I thank you for sticking and hearing everything that we have to say. I've tried to keep these videos as short as possible. Each of these topics can be spoken about at length, and we can go dive deep into it for hours and hours, but I've tried to keep it really short and simple so that everyone doesn't get bored. At the end of this, I just still want to say that we are always here, your coaches from CrossFit Blackfire, to help you out on any sort of questions that you have. And at the end of this, if you still need a nutrition coach, to help you out with meal planning, and because you have some individual issues, you should reach out to Coach Ashish and try and ask him for his help on your own specific nutritional needs. Okay, so great guys, I'm going to see you, and hopefully at the end of this month you're all going to be telling us all about your success stories and how much weight you have lost. Please feel free to ask any questions that you want about any of these things on the group, and I will be more than happy to help you out. Awesome guys, great, I love you all, take care.